Hi guys, so today's video is going to be a date night hair, makeup and outfit video for this hair, makeup and outfit that I'm wearing right now. So yeah, if you want to see how I got myself to look like this, then keep on watching. Okay, so to start with the makeup, I'm going to take the Revlon Colour Stay foundation. Mine's in 220 Natural Beige. I'm going to put a bit of this on the back of my hand. It always comes out way too fast. And then I'm going to take this on the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush and just blend this all on my face. So once I've applied that on a damp beauty blender, using a damp beauty blender, I'm going to put the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, this is in 15, as a highlighting concealer. So I'm going to put it in kind of like a funky shape under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, and on my forehead, and just blend this in. I absolutely love using a damp beauty blender for this. I just feel like it makes my life so much easier because this concealer is a considerable amount lighter than my actual face, and my foundation, so I feel like blending it in with this just makes it so much easier and makes it look so much more flawless. Quite a subtle highlighting concealer this. You probably can't see very well because the lighting is horrible, but this is the only chance I've had to film this video because it's quite a time consuming one. So once that's all blended in, I then take the Collection Lasting Perfection, mine's in Warm Medium number 3, and apply this on any blemishes. I have a huge spot today, which is really great. And then I either blend this in with my beauty blender or my fingers. Today on the really big spot, I'm going to blend it with my fingers. I felt the beauty blender might take too much product off. I'm really sorry for the light. I feel like that makes the lighting better, so I'm gonna leave it like this. I struggle so much with lighting because now it's getting dark, there's nowhere else for me to film and I can only use natural light. So yeah. And then I just set my face with the Maybelline Fit Me powder in 220 and a flat top kabuki. It looks like I have none left of this, I do have a little bit. I always set my face. I feel like it just makes my makeup stay on longer, and it just looks better. And I like packing it on with this brush because I feel like it really works it in, because it's like flat and I'm not just brushing it over, I'm actually pushing it to my skin. So I'm going to do a little bit of cream contouring and just make it a little bit more defined, and then I'm going to do powder contouring over the top. So I'm going to take this Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel, which is like a creamy bronzer, on the foundation brush from Real Techniques, and all I'm going to do is just pack this onto the brush and then suck my cheeks in and draw a line. And then blend. I'm using a Real Techniques contour brush to do this. Seeing as this is date night, I'm not going to put too much contour on. I don't want to look too fake, but this is kind of just acts as a really nice base for my powder contour. Well, bronzer / contour. Over the top of that, I'm going to take the L'Oreal Glam Bronze. There's 6 on it, but I've never seen it in any other colour, but this is just, I'm just going to apply this kind of in the place of that contour, but more of a overall bronze. I'm going to take my favourite blush, which is the MAC Blush All Day Pro Longwear blush, on the multitask brush, I think this is. Yep, from Real Techniques, and just apply this to the opposite of my cheek. It's just a really nice, muted, kind of really everyday pink colour. It doesn't really add too much colour, but it does still look like you have blush on. For highlight, as always, I'm taking my MAC Soft and Gentle Mineralized Skin Finish on the Duo Fibre Contour Brush from Real Techniques. This is beautiful. I absolutely love it. Best highlighter I've ever tried. And I just like to kind of apply that in a line and then kind of diffuse it by blending it out. So that's my face bit done. I'm now going to comb brows just to kind of get them in a more bare shape. And I'm actually gonna do my brows off camera because I have to get really close. But I use the MAC Fluid Line Brow Gel in Dirty Blonde, which is this colour. Give me a sec. Once I've drawn them on, which a lot of people slate the way I have my eyebrows. It's kind of my decision how I have my eyebrows. I'm then going to take the Sleek Makeup Brow Kit in Light and just take the powder and just set them. Just so that the fluid line does make them stay on all day, but I feel like I just like to set them. It also fills in any slight gaps that there might be. And then finally for brows, I take the Maybelline Brow Drama in Medium Brown and then just set them. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked 1 palette. I really like this because it has a lot of really kind of neutrally colours, and I don't want to go full out like major dark eyeshadow when I'm going on a date. So for starters, I'm going to take the colour Sidecar all over the lid. I love this colour. Right, on the outer corner, I'm going to take the colour Dark Horse, which is really quite dark, but I'm only going to apply a little bit of it. Just kind of to the outside corner, not in the crease, just on the outside corner. I'm just applying it with this kind of flat brush. And then I'm going to blend it out. Just a kind of just big fluffy one, and just blend, not into the crease, but then into each other. So I'm just kind of blending across the lid. So they blend into each other. It just makes a really sort of kind of gradient and a little bit of definition on the outer corner. I then, this is a Real Techniques Duo Fibre eye brush, I'm going to take the colour, a little bit of Book mixed with Naked, so the two matte brown colours, and blend those into the crease. I'm just kind of dabbing in each one a few times and then blending the crease. Just in circular motions. Blended and I'm happy. I'm going to go and apply the Sidecar colour again. Just to the like inside area because it's kind of lost its intensity from being blended out. And then just take the brush I used to blend out before and just blend it in again with the darker colour. For my brow highlight, I don't actually really like a shimmery brow highlight on myself, so I have the Urban Decay Naked Basics, and I'm going to take the colour Foxy, which is kind of like, you can't really see it, it's just like a yellowy kind of colour. I'm going to apply that to the brow bone, just because I do like having something there, because I feel like there's no eyeshadow there, so it's not as smooth, but I don't really like it to be shimmery, so. And once that's done, that's my eyeshadow finished. For my eyeliner, I nearly said mascara, I'm going to take the Maybelline Rocket Volume Express. Love this mascara. I'm just going to apply this to my lashes. Okay, so for now, that's the makeup done because I'm actually going to do my lipstick after I've done my hair and got ready because it'll have come off by then anyway. So let's move on to the hair. Okay, so I'm sorry that the lighting's changed again. It just got really, really dull outside. So I have turned the light on. So this is my hair. It's been straightened earlier, but it's been tied up, so it has a few big kinks in it. So I'm going to start by straightening those out, but I'm not going to do that on camera because it's pointless. And the video for this hair is actually from Luxie Hair. So I'll put the link to that video down below. Basically, I've just copied what they do. So theirs will be more in depth and stuff. But I am still going to show you, but I'm just going to straighten the kinks out of my hair really quick. Okay, so now I've mostly straightened out the kinks. I'm going to be curling my hair with the Babyliss. This is the Boutique. It might be called Waves wand. It's the one that Tanya Burr uses. It's just really kind of a big fat curler. In the video I watched, she already had her hair curled, but I'm obviously going to have to curl mine. So I'm just going to tie one side of it off because that makes it easier. There's still actually a few kinks in my hair, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. You could do this style with straight hair as well if you don't like having your hair curled. Right, so I'm going to take quite big sections. This first section though needs to be quite small because there's only going to be a small bit that's going to be left out of the hairstyle. You'll see what I mean when I've done the hairstyle. So I'm just going to curl it down. If you have quite short hair, I don't know if this curl will work for you because it's really big, so you probably only end up with like one curl. But for my hair, it's okay. Of course, obviously, I have quite long hair. I have this on the highest heat setting as well, which is 210 degrees C. Okay, so now that one section's done, I'm just going to move on and to go and do the next section. It only takes me around 10 minutes to curl my hair like this. So I'm just going to do my whole head and then I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, so this is one side done. It's kind of like, it is waves, it's not curls. Well, I don't know, it's kind of in between. I did curl all of these the same way. But yeah, I'm just using this hairspray just to spray it in. I'm going to do the other side and then we'll get on to the actual hard part. It took me like 5 minutes to do this side. Okay, so now onto the more complicated part. Now your hair's all done, so as I've said, you can do this with straight or curly, wavy hair. Right, basically, you can probably get a lot bit more information about how to do this on the video link below. But it's basically 2 big plaits. Now she does them as loops, but I'm just going to make them kind of big plaits. So to start, I'm going to take these 2 front sections, which I will recurl so that they're not as scraggly. And I'm just going to pull this one over to this side and just tuck them both behind my ear, which makes it look like I have a fringe, but yeah. And then I'm going to tie this side of my hair up just because I'm really bad at working when like there's loads of hair and stuff in my way, so I'm just going to do that. Okay, then I want to take, I'm going to try and get a little bit closer. Then I want to take a little section, not too big, and pull it back so it's kind of laying flat. I'm just going to take a little bit out of that, it's a bit too much, and make it so it's laying flat. So I'm going to start with just a three strand plait, just a basic 3-strand plait. So I've got my 3 strands. That strand's a little bit thin actually. It's not fiddly, it's just, it took me about 2 attempts to be able to do it right the first time, and all the time you want to make sure you're pulling back so that it's kind of flat. Now you're going to turn it into a French braid, but only with the top piece. So I'm going to add a really little bit of hair in, but only on the top piece. So you're not going to do it on any of these other pieces unless it's the top piece. So yeah, again, taking some more hair and then plaiting normally, keeping pulling back the whole time. I'm going to add one more little bit of hair, and then I'm going to turn this just into a normal braid. Just keep going backwards just so that it's going to lay back and clip round the back of the head. So I'm just going to keep plaiting. I'm only going to plait about halfway down this piece of hair as to where I think that it would lie on the back of my head, because it's just getting clipped kind of halfway around the back of my head. That should be fine. So then all I'm going to do is, obviously this is quite a tight plait, so I'm just going to pull at bits and kind of just keep hold of it and just basically pull it and make it a bigger plait. What the girl does in the videos kind of makes it into like a loop braid, but I'm just for ease, just making this kind of like a bigger plait. and I'm not going to make the like bit that's attached to my head bigger. I'm just going to keep this bit bigger. So as you can see now, it's a really thick plait, and I'm just going to take it and just grip it around the back just with normal grips. I'm going to do one grip kind of upwards and then kind of crisscross the grips over, if you know what I mean, kind of cross one over and one down. So that's secured back there, and from pulling it back you don't get any lumps, and then this bit will be down like that, and it looks super cute. I am going to re-curl the front bit. Okay, so I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm not going to show you this side because it's exactly the same, and then when I've done it both I'll turn around and show you the back. Okay, so now the hairstyle is done. As you can see, it looks super cute. I'll show you the back. I'm not sure if you can see it. Can you see it? Yes, you can see it's kind of like flatter and cute. So all I'm going to do to finish off this look is to just recurl the front two pieces, because you can see they've gone pretty flat. I'm going to recurl the front two pieces and then spray everything with hairspray, and that's the hair done, and then it's just moving on to the outfit. I love this hairstyle, it's so cute. I love how the curls are really like soft and kind of look effortless, like it's kind of barely curled, but you still look like you've put loads of effort into it. So I'm just going to spread hairspray, the whole thing. Yeah, also, if you wanted, you could put these two pieces in it as well, so they were out of your face, but I feel like I wanted a little bit of hair on my face. So that's the hair done. So now I'll show you my outfit of choice. Okay, so for my outfit, I'm wearing this super cute casual grey t-shirt dress from H&M with tights, and the lipstick I have put on is MAC Velvet Teddy, and on my feet, if I can lift my leg high enough, I have these flat Chelsea boots from New Look with some little frilly socks, and because it's quite chilly I'm going to be wearing my coat, which is from Topshop, which is also grey, but a bit of a darker shade of grey. My coat from Topshop and my tartan scarf from New Look. So this is a super cute kind of wintry date night outfit, and I hope you have all enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!